We were in the middle of class when the fire sprinklers started spraying on us. Everyone instantly screamed, "Ah!" But after a second, we realized it wasn't water spraying on us. I instantly noticed the smell, and someone yelled, "What is this? What is on us?" Before anyone could even process what was happening, we all tried to stand up and run, but everyone was slipping. The school's alarm instantly turned on, and we heard the principal yell, "Everyone needs to get out of the building immediately. There is an active threat inside. Everyone out." Then we heard him drop the mic and run. We all ran for the classroom door, but before we could get out, our teacher, Mr. Luke Vicus, stepped in the way. "Wait, I think I just saw the threat out there." But we looked past. "There's nobody out there. Let us out. We're gonna die in here." We tried to grab the door handle, but it was too slippery. Mr. Luke Vicus slapped my hand. "No, we can't go out there. I just saw him. He'll kill us." And when I smelled what was on me, I realized what it was. I liked the smell. It was gasoline. Everyone was coughing, and half the class rushed over to open the windows. We couldn't just jump out because we're on the 4th floor, and for sure wouldn't survive the drop. Stacy yelled, "Please, Mr. Luke Vicus, let us out." We have to make a run for it, but he just stood there. Why was there gasoline in the sprinklers? Nobody had an answer. But Mr. Luke Vicus just said, 30 more seconds. Everyone was confused. "What? We need to go. We'll die from the fumes." But he just smiled as he looked out the window. 20. "What if a fire starts? We'll all burn." 10 seconds. A girl yelled, "Ah! It's in my eyes. I can't see." It was complete chaos until finally, Mr. Luke Vicus reached for the lock. He turned it. The door clicked open, and we all moved forward, ready to make our escape. But before we could get out, someone walked in. Oh no, was this the guy attacking our school? But when he walked inside, he said, "Thanks for letting me in, Dad." "Dad?" Someone yelled, "Mr. Luke Vicus, you have a son?" But neither of them responded. They both turned around, locking eyes straight onto me. We all started backing up, and when I saw the guy's face, I realized who it was. My heart sank. He pointed at me and yelled, You put me in jail for 5 years. Now it's finally time to get revenge." I couldn't believe my eyes. This was the same guy I had called the police on 5 years ago. The same guy who tried to rob my grandma at gunpoint. "Do you know how long I've waited to see you burn?" He pulled something out of his pocket and held it up, and the class realized what it was. It was a Bic lighter. Everyone started panicking because one tiny flame and we'd all immediately burn. I yelled, "No, please, you'll kill us all." He just smiled, and Mr. Luke Vicus stared at us. We were all huddled in the corner, and he kept flicking. We were all screaming, "Stop, please, we'll all die." But nothing was happening. He flicked over and over, and I knew I had to stop him before it worked. "Please, my grandma was all I had. I didn't mean to make you suffer." And when I said that, I saw Mr. Luke Vicus look at me. He was staring at me, looking over at his son. We were all crying, and I saw him really looking at his son like he didn't know who he was. Flick, flick. Then finally, it caught a flame. He held it up for us to see, just waiting to drop it onto the floor, and our whole class would light up in seconds. But then I saw Mr. Luke Vicus pick up the fire extinguisher from the wall. There was no way that tiny thing would save us from the fire. But as we all stood there, his son said, "This is for what you did, for putting me in prison with those diddlers. Say goodbye." But right before he dropped the lighter, Mr. Luke Vicus raised the fire extinguisher, and in one moment, he slammed it down on his son's head. We all heard the bonk. His son fell over, and Mr. Luke Vicus stood there panting. He was crying. "I'm so sorry. I failed all of you. My son was a monster." The police ran in and grabbed him, and he looked at me one more time with tears in his eyes as they took him out.